Okay, Google. Email Ivan. The pigeons are in the coop. Shut the door. Hi guys, I'm a Forester here with a review of my new Dick Tracy watch, the Fossil Q Founder. Let's turn it on while I'm talking about it. I've been wearing it for the past month and I have a pretty good feel for how I'm going to be using it. It's sort of like a smartphone or any office software. It has a lot more capabilities than I'll ever use. It would be much too long of a video to cover all of its functions, so I'm just going to cover the primary functions that I use on a day-to-day basis. Now, I've wanted a smartwatch for a couple of years, but I held off until I saw this Fossil. It has the look and feel of a high-quality wristwatch, and I like that. The Moto 360 Generation 2 and the Samsung Gear S2 were the two other watches that I considered buying. Now this is a hefty watch. It's right up there with any watch that I own. But to me, some heft in a watch is a sign of quality, so that doesn't bother me. The stainless steel case is 47 millimeters wide and the band is 22 millimeters wide. Now the watch is compatible with Android operating system 4.4 or higher and also iPhone 5. I generally waited for Generation 2 smartwatches because they had connectivity through both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. That's a big plus when you happen to leave your smartphone behind. Now the part of the watch that you interact with the most is this LCD screen. Let me wake it up. And I found this to be sufficient for my needs. It's 1.5 inches wide and it has a display resolution of 240 ppi. Okay, so what features do I particularly like in this watch? First off is the watch display. Fossil provides quite a few faces that I found that I change frequently depending on my activity and mood. This one right here is a more modern watch face, but I use it because it gives a lot of the information that I need: time, day and date, battery life, walking status, and a weather summary. Now when I'm walking, I switch to another face, and you do that by holding your finger on the watch face and then selecting another one. I like this one when I'm walking because it has a red circle over here on the right that shows progress toward my walking goals, and I can just check it at a glance. This is early in the morning, so I only have 315 steps so far. When I'm more dressed up, I go to another watch face, and it's this one right here. And this is just more of a classic watch face that goes when I'm dressed up. Okay, for the next part of this video, I'm going to slow down and be much more deliberate. I've watched other reviews that just confused me when they got to this part. But to access a watch's function, you swipe the screen in each of 4 different directions. Swiping up will reveal your notifications. Okay? And there's a notification that comes up. It's on the watch, and this gives weather and also some stock prices right here. Now these could be weather updates, stock prices, emails, text messages, or anything else that your smartphone might notify you about. This watch will also vibrate when a new notification comes in. Now let's bring that notification back up, and to dismiss it you swipe to the right just like this. Okay, and that notification is gone. It's not deleted, but it's just gone off your watch. Now, seeing notifications immediately at a glance is probably the biggest benefit of a smartwatch. I would eventually see them on my phone or computer, but it's just nice to get them immediately. Okay, let's demonstrate the other ways that you can access functions on the smartwatch. Okay, now swiping to the left accesses 3 different things: your apps, your contacts, and your actions. Let's demonstrate. Let's wake it up and swipe to the left one time, and these are your apps, starting with weather. So for instance, if you open that up, this is the weather for Columbia today. It's sunny, 31 degrees, winds at 4 miles per hour, and 0 chance of rain. Okay, let's dismiss that and then bring it back. And I'll just scroll through these. You can get at your settings. WeChat is an app that I use to communicate with my daughter in China. Agenda, alarms, some fitness apps. You can use this watch as a flashlight, do Google searches. This is a useful one, maps, because you can actually get driving directions to the watch. And then I'll scroll on down through stopwatch, timer. There's one here that could be useful for me, and that's doing on-the-fly translations. Now if I swipe to the left one more time, I'll go from apps to contacts. And for instance, there is Ivan. You heard me email Ivan at the beginning of this video, and you can access all of your contacts here through your watch. Okay, let's bring that back. Contacts. And finally, with the third swipe, it's translating me right now. Okay, with your third swipe you can access some actions, like if you want to see your walking steps, if you want to set an agenda item, take a note, or set a reminder. There's a lot of things that you can do through these actions. Send emails, send text messages. Okay, let's dismiss all of that. Now the fourth way that you can swipe is to swipe down. And if you swipe down from the top, it gives you quick access to some of the controls. Okay, right off it gives you access to your battery life. Let me do that again because it disappears after just a second. It'll be down here at the bottom of the screen. And it says 55% battery life. Now this is still early in the morning, but I've been playing with this watch a lot in making this video. So usually I would have more battery life than that. But if you swipe down, you can access notifications. You can turn your notifications off if you're in a meeting and don't want to be bothered. I'm going to leave them on. You can put it in theater mode if you don't want the phone to light up. So let's do that. So now it's going to stay dark, and to turn it back on, you just press the side button. Okay, there's the theater mode. You can also boost the brightness if you're outside. And you can also access your settings. You can access that in multiple places. Okay, let's talk battery life now, as that's probably one of the most limiting factors about smartwatches in general. Now I've been using the features of this watch a lot this morning and making the video, and the battery is down to, let's check it right now, 54%. It was just 55%. In a typical day, the battery's going to easily make it through the day for me. And if you don't need Wi-Fi, the watch is smart enough to turn that feature off and rely on Bluetooth connectivity to save battery life. The longest that my battery has lasted is 1.5 days, but you are going to need to put it on its charger every single night. Now I don't find that to be any trouble unless I'm traveling. You'll have to pack the charging base, which is this right here, and the cord if you're away from home and want to continue using the watch. So after using the Fossil Q Founder smartwatch for over a month, how do I feel about it? Well, is it an indispensable tech gadget that I just can't live without? Or, on the other hand, are smartwatches an overhyped fad to prop up the bottom line of tech companies? Well, the truth is somewhere in between. I truly enjoy wearing it and getting notifications immediately. I don't use all of its functions, so maybe over time it will become even more useful. The bottom line is that I view the Fossil Q Founder as just another watch in my collection. I'm not going to put my Casio out to pasture or any of my other watches. Only time will tell whether I gravitate to this Dick Tracy watch or some other. I hope you found this useful if you're considering a smartwatch. Y'all take care.